Good morning. Just launched at Lesner Bridge here. It is September 17th, I believe. Day after crazy storm that came through Virginia Beach. It's high tide now, starting to go out. Really just trying to get a feel for what's going on with the fish here. I'll get the Garmin on here and check water temperatures. I have 2 more trips this week. Water temperature 66. So yeah, we got 7 inches of rain, and it's only 59 degrees out right now. This may be very good or very slow. 66, man, that's like late October water temperature. I'm just looking for really to see what's biting, and then also if I can grab 2 sheep for dinner. I'm sure they're going to be very, very slow to eat if they are willing. I'm going to leave this mostly uncut. I got 1 camera, 1 battery. It'll get me about an hour. Just gonna hit some spots, see what's going on. Probably upload this tonight. I just don't have time to edit this week. So yeah, there is fish there, but that's all right. Yeah, I've got almost nothing on the kayak with me, just a cooler, rod, some bait. I'm really surprised the temperatures dropped that much. End piling's super tough to fish. Especially when it's this high. Oh, I can't tell if that was a bite or not. Check the bait. Yep. Alright, that means they're willing. Really tough. This cooler bag's in the way. Can't see what I'm doing. The water's, I mean, I don't know, it's got to be 2 feet higher than it usually is. probably going to be a lot of dead space in this video. Just, I mean, it's kind of the reality of sheepshead fishing. You do spend a lot of time just waiting on that bite. It's not always an instantaneous hookup, especially with the temps dropping like this. I am expecting a fairly reluctant bite. I'll try to remember to keep talking, but sometimes I get super focused. Looking, yeah, like I said, this end piling's, it's really tough to fish. You got nothing to hang on to. Yeah, they are still there. That's good though. You also lose the place where you're going to set your hook too. You got the kind of hit that board there, if you can see that. It's 7:30 now. Definitely, usually the bite starts to pick up closer to 9, but I just don't have that kind of time today. Got a lot of stuff I gotta do, so kind of hoping for a couple lucky bites. Saw something, just double checking on the fish finder. Definitely like a continuous battle of adjusting the rudder, pedaling, kind of letting the boat drift for a second, and then kind of repeat to keep yourself in place. All while keeping the bait as still as possible. Now ideally you'd want this rod tip buried in the I-beam, but it's just the water's too high. Definitely here, it's just haven't gotten them to bite. Just that one first drop. I feel like that. Also might be a lot of missed fish today. I just have no room to set this hook like that. I didn't hook into it at all, so hoping it'll stay. Okay, there's one. So they are biting. That is a good thing. I saw this one on the end again here. I'm gonna give it a go again. I did get got bit over here before. The patience on this bite is definitely the key. Oop. I might have just bumped the piling there. And this is going to be, I think this is going to be what we're going to deal with for the rest of the season, is a even slower and more subtle bite than we dealt with all summer. Don't feel like this one's hooked super good. I didn't bring a net today either. It just wasn't feeling like bringing a bunch of stuff. Alright, that's all I need for dinner. Probably fish for a few more minutes. See if I can make this video a little longer for you guys. I'm just bleeding this one out. Get them on ice. See what else is kicking around. Yeah, like I said, I don't have a ton of time to be out here today. I got a lot of stuff to do to get ready for my trips this week. Okay, they're both on ice. I'm not keeping anything else other than that, but I'll see if I can at least catch a limit's worth. Or another 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna head in. It's really cold out here too. Alright, we got pretty good fish down deep over here. Yeah, there's definitely a time of year, most years, where like if you drop the bait down and it doesn't get eaten in 10 seconds, you know you're not on the fish. This whole year's been kind of a slower bite, but like you got to give the fish like a good 60 seconds, maybe even longer. They're just not into biting quick right now. Sometimes the crab grabs onto the piling and it feels like a bite. Someone up on the bridge asking if I was catching fish. And then yeah, the Hobie Drive, man, you shift this thing 10,000 times when you're out here. It's got its advantages, but fingers get sore pulling the cables. Alright, I think go scan again. Yeah, so they definitely are moving around, which is okay. I mean, at least they're up and active. All right, so let's try here. Kind of got swept out in the current. You got to really make sure that bait is where you want it. Sheepshead are definitely not going to chase your bait if you don't get it in front of them. They don't seem to eat it. Always sometimes drifting to the back side of the piling too. But you only get like a second there before it gets snagged up, tangled up, whatever you want to call it. But I'm definitely starting to see a lot of them now. Probably, you know, as it's becoming morning, they're getting more active. Yeah, but really I'm just trying to target them as best I can on the fish finder. Just kind of hunt them down. And then I'll move up. Give those pilings a look. Okay, this piling's got a bunch of fish down deep. Missed that one. Bait's still there. Could have been sea bass or pinfish picking at it, but I'm sure this looks crazy calm on camera, but this current's moving, and we're just at the beginning of the outgoing. More people going out than I thought there would be today. It might have been my line just falling into the line roller. Watch those wakes. You don't want to be rubbing up against the pilings or hit your head on the overheads here when a boat goes by. Just kind of move out of the way, let it go by. sure. I missed them. I was screwing around. I was gonna stand up. Bait's, well, bait's a little torn up, but missed them again. That time he swam up with it, the line just went slack. I think it might be something small. I think a sheep would have stole the bait by now. Could be a really small sheep, I guess. Yeah, this is part of sheepshead fishing. If anyone tells you that, you know, they catch every fish that bites their bait when they're sheepshead fishing, they're not feeling bites. Like some of the best days, especially inshore with a smaller fish, is like 50% at, you know, at best. You get a lot of stolen bait, a lot of missed bites, and a lot of dropped fish too. It's just really part of the game. Oh, I got snagged too. There we go, I got him out. Guy. Give this, we'll give it to 8 o'clock, I think. I don't know if this is the same piling, but there's definitely a few fish on it. Sometimes you get that crab munched on a few times and they all come over to check out what was going on. Yeah, patience is definitely going to help you out here right now. If you get swept out in the current with the bait, just bring it back up and start over. It's almost impossible to get it back where you need it. Gave that one enough time. Check my bait. Yep, untouched, so keep looking. Yeah, so there was a bunch of them there, but they kind of took off. Some real tiny ones there. So I think what I'm going to do is throw this guy out. Oop, throw it up there apparently. Oh, that just made life difficult. I wanted to drift this back. Okay, throw a new crab on. I want to drift this back through the center and then check those end pilings once more, twice more maybe. See if anything wants to grab this. There's a lot. There's usually a lot of fish that hang around the edge of these concrete blocks. You just can't get it snagged on the pilings underneath them. Because the current does like to go under them. Yeah, I hit the end piling on it. Anyway, every once in a while you get lucky with a red or even a black drum. They'll cruise through here. I'd like to at least make one drift. And like I said, it's a completely luck situation if you happen to drag it past a fish. It's not targeting fish in any way. I got one fish hanging on this end piling. Yourself in place, man. That's the trick to all of this. Hardest part is probably keeping that bait where you need it, keeping your boat where you need it. Shifting those Hobie levers. I do think next year definitely going to be a change in boats. I mean, I change boats every year anyway, but I really do love the Hobie. It's great for covering water. It really does everything perfectly, but man, shifting these levers all day, not my favorite thing to do. I'm gonna take one peek on the other side, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. Yeah, this current is dumping out of here. Yeah, this current's moving. Saw one fish on that second piling. I couldn't even scan it anymore. I guess it's the third. right, 8:04. Just fishing for about 30 minutes. Got 3 sheep. Not too bad. Water temp still 66.4. Thought it might pick up a little bit on this outgoing, but yeah, it's gonna be tough fishing for a week, I think. This is definitely definitely not the fastest bite this morning by any means, but I feel like I'm kind of fortunate that they're biting at all. Let's give this another stop. Then it's time to head in. I know I keep saying that, but it's hard to stop fishing. This one here. Fish, real decent fish. Oop. Almost lost that one. Yeah, that's a good one. Nice guy. All right, dude. Enjoy it. All right. All right, guys. We're gonna call that one it. I'm gonna head in. Got 4 fish in 35 minutes or so. That last one was really nice. I got 2 in the bag for dinner. It's starting to rain, it's cold, it's nasty. I got a good feel for what's going on out here, so should be good with my trips. Speaking of trips, I got some left for October. I think 2 spots available. It's going to be inshore stuff like this. I wouldn't count on any Bay Bridge trips in October. The weather's just too unpredictable. Yeah, they would be between October 1st and 10th, whatever the weekdays are during that. Appreciate you watching, especially if you stuck through this whole thing. But we're gonna try this, just upload it raw. Hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe, comment, all that stuff, and I'll catch you on the next one.